Hello again from Firefly Ministry. I realize that it's been quite some time since we've had an opportunity to visit in anticipation of our Sabbath message. That's because there's been quite a bit going on here that's prevented us from our usual message preview. But I'll share the details about what all's been going on in a future session. However, currently there is something happening here at Decatur that I wanted to share with you. During my 55 plus years of professional life, saying goodbye to a colleague or a friend for whatever reason has been a repeated occurrence. The opportunities that collaboration presented frequently resulted in bonds of respect, dependency, and friendship between colleagues, and with their departure, things were sure to change. Now, in some cases, this parting was made more difficult because the person leaving had become more than a colleague. They had become a personal and trusted friend. Their relationship to the organization, and especially to me, personally brought significance to the group. And that's how it's been here at the Decatur, Tennessee Seventh-day Adventist Church for over 10 years now. During that time, we've been fortunate enough to have Don Shelton as our pastor. Now, I'm doubly blessed not only because I can call him my pastor, but he's also my friend. You see, our relationship goes all the way back to our days at Southern Missionary College. Now, most of you know that institution now as Southern Adventist University. Now, I believe it was around the end of 2021 or maybe early in the year 2022 that Pastor Shelton shared with the church board his desire to retire around the end of 2022. I say retire because he had already retired once from being the president of the Gulf State Conference. Of course, he said he would work with the conference to come up with a smooth exit strategy, and last Sabbath, the transition process began. If you were fortunate enough to join us for that service, you were blessed with the message from Pastor Fred Fuller entitled, "The Opened Eyes." You would have also learned at that time that Pastor Fuller will be beginning his new ministry as our part-time pastor as of April 1st.
And over the months of April and May, we're going to take some time and we're going to look at some of those tremendous stories and see what God has in store for us, for those who are living just before the end of time, because we're going to need special eyesight.
Now that means that Pastor Shelton's final two Sabbaths are this coming Sabbath and Communion Sabbath, March 25th. I can truly say that we have been very fortunate and blessed to have had such a devoted pastoral team as Pastor Shelton and his wife, Anita. I'm especially blessed to be able to call both of them my friend. Now, if there's one thing I will remember Pastor Shelton for, it's how often he told us something like this.
Brothers and sisters, you've got to be in communication with God. You've got to allow His Word to speak to you. And then you're able to speak to Him because you know Him.
Be in the Word. I will always remember him for that phrase. Now, I know that Pastor Shelton has come to mean as much to you as he has to us here at Firefly Ministry. So I thought perhaps this week it might be good if you could express your appreciation to him. Perhaps one way to do that would be just to send him an email to tell him what his ministry has meant to you. I know that that would mean a lot to him. The address is at the bottom of the screen. We know that Pastor Shelton and Anita have put their hearts and their souls into bringing the good news of salvation to us for these many years now. And now we pray that God's blessings on them will lead them as they continue to serve Him in new ways. Congratulations, Pastor Shelton, on your retirement. To all of us, you have been more than a friend. You have been an inspiration. Now there's something else you could do, and that is come join us this Sabbath in the sanctuary for Pastor Shelton's final message as our pastor. His message this week is entitled, Is the Second Coming Near? Of course, he will be here on the 25th to lead the communion service. But if you can't join us in our sanctuary, be sure to visit us on Facebook or YouTube for this week's message entitled, Is the Second Coming Near? And until then, have a blessed week.